Hey everybody, I'm Creed, and this is Creed Saturday Morning, episode 23. Today what I'm working on is Beetlejuice, the ghost with the most. So, it's showtime! So the Beetlejuice cartoon ran for 94 episodes from 1989 to 1991. The interesting thing is, once I got the box set, I realized I hadn't seen half the episodes. I thought whatever channel I used to watch it on had them all. Apparently not. And I found out because the second half of the series has a different intro, and until I bought that box set, I never saw that intro, so I had a pile more Beetlejuice to watch that I never saw before, which was pretty kick-ass. Okay, everybody knows about the movie, and in the movie he was sort of a degenerate for hire kind of thing. He was sort of likable, but still a scumbag, which I think is great for a movie. It wouldn't run a cartoon for 94 episodes. So they really made him wackier and friendlier for the show. And Lydia's totally on board with their adventures. They're kind of the Mickey and Mallory of the Netherworld. And anything he says, he can transform into. A lot like the genie from Aladdin. And he does it without thinking. He doesn't have 100% control. Because sometimes when he really needs to change into something, he has trouble. Kind of like Presto from D&D. And sometimes to fit in with the real world, Beetlejuice takes on characters or disguises. Like Mr. Beetleman, sometimes he appears as him, usually a workman or something like that. Betty Juice, when he's palling around with Lydia and her friends. Lydia's cousin BJ, and one time he was even a substitute teacher. It's funny because you watch one movie and that's who the character is, but afterwards, if they make a cartoon from it, if you watch 94 episodes of Beetlejuice, that's going to be your Beetlejuice. The same thing kind of happens with Ghostbusters and the real Ghostbusters. I mean, there was so many seasons of the real Ghostbusters that if you watched all that, those are going to be your Ghostbusters. I mean, you saw so much more of them. So that's kind of what this Beetlejuice cartoon is for me, and this guy's a really good Beetlejuice. He's voiced awesomely by Stephen Ouimet, who also does voices on Ned Snoop, Ace Ventura, Highlander the Animated Series, the 90s X-Men show, and Alf and Alf Tales. And he does a really perfect impression of Beetlejuice from the movie. He really does through the whole series. He's an excellent voice actor. The show added a lot that wasn't in the movie, and of course they had to with 94 episodes. But I like all the Netherworld stuff. The computer animated Netherworld TV commercials. Those are cool, and a lot of the episodes have weird Netherworld products as part of the plot. Now, I love in the cartoon how basically Beetlejuice is notorious all over the entire Netherworld. Wherever they go, it's like, oh my god, it's Beetlejuice, and they have some horrible story about something he did. I really think the best part of this show, though, is how they built up the atmosphere. It's all the background characters. Now, in the real world, you have Lydia's parents, who sort of just serve a purpose. They're not full of character or anything. And her friends, Burp and Prune, as Beetlejuice calls them. And Lydia's nemesis, Claire Brewster, who reminds me a lot of the Debbies from the Oblongs. But really, my favorite are Beetlejuice's neighbors. He has Jacques, the French bodybuilding skeleton, Ginger, the tap dancing spider, the monster across the street, and his dog. They add so much to the show, and it really is a great show. And I have had some discussion about, is Beetlejuice a villain? He's in my villain series. I do look at him as a villain, but it's a different kind of villain. He doesn't mean anything bad. He's just having a good time and ignoring the rules. He causes chaos wherever he goes, like Bugs Bunny does. Now, everybody thinks Bugs Bunny's great. Yeah, unless you're a worker trying to do your job, put up a highway or something, and it's next to his house. Oh, you're in for it. or if Chili Willy gets hold of you, you'll never get rid of him. Ned's Newt's the same way. It's his pet, but he causes him nothing but chaos and trouble. That's kind of what Beetlejuice is. He's a whirling dervish of chaos and destruction, but he's friendly and cool, and you want to hang around with him. So I just started my hero series, and I only have a couple in that so far. But look at it this way. Would Beetlejuice fit better in my villain series or in my hero series? Definitely my villain series. So as far as I'm concerned, Beetlejuice is a villain. He's a friendly villain. He's a very likable villain. But he caused a lot of ridiculous chaos and mayhem. And there's some really, really fantastic episodes. The one where they used Frankentwine, a Netherworld product, to wrap around a tree, and then the tree comes to life and they can move him so he doesn't get cut down. There's the one where Lydia and Beetlejuice help to basically get a car from the junkyard, and they put an abnormal brain in him, and he's their car. It's a pretty cool episode. I think the show really could have benefited from at least an appearance by the two ghosts from the movie, but they never did that. And I'd love to see a Beetlejuice 2 made if they had a really good script. And I think at this point they actually would, or at least should, absorb some of the stuff from the cartoon, because it'd be kind of strange to do a Beetlejuice 2 and it's just from the movie. I think they should show a bit more of Beetlejuice's life in the Netherworld, because that show showed a lot of that. So if you want to watch a really awesome 90s cartoon with a ton of great episodes, you can't go wrong with Beetlejuice. And as I always say, I have a lot of stuff coming up, so stay tuned for that. And until then, take her easy. Hey, thanks for watching all the way through. I really appreciate it. Just by watching these videos, you help me out. But if you really want to help the channel, give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down, depending on how you feel. Make sure you're subscribed so you can keep up with my latest stuff. And if you're looking to buy a cartoon I'm talking about, I will put up the link to Amazon in the description. And if you're a big fan, the absolute best thing you can do is recommend this channel to a friend who loves cartoons. Thanks for watching.